I've been called many names. Names like Masterman, names like Punk Junior, or even some good names like Magic Madness. Which honestly, this is very wrong. This is very wrong. When you put magic in front of a guy's name, it just never sounds right. For example, if you put magic in front of Shura, you'll think of a Bollywood movie kind of thing. If you put magic in front of Justin, all I can think about is Justin Bieber. And when you put magic in front of Mike, you'll think of a stripper. Yeah. The point of the story, the point of all these things is that when people first saw me, or when people saw my lifestyle, the way that I eat, or the way that I rest, or everything, people assume that I always love the gym. But this, my friend, is not always so. Because, in fact, the first time I went to the gym, I hated it. And this is a story about those experiences. And I call this story the 50 Shades of Gym. The story started back when I was 14. Back then, I was just starting to, I just landed in Singapore. And back then, I was still living with my brother who loved the gym so much, just like me right now. And he was a dedicated member in California Fitness. So one day, he invited me in. And having nothing better to do, I decided to, hey, let's give it a try. And when I first walked to the gym, it was a bizarre experience. Because when I first walked in, guys were looking at me like, look at this guy, he's so hungry. Or making stares like, you know, boy, Toys R Us is that side. Or some other guys were doing like, you know, for that moment, I know what it feels like to be I gotta say that. And then, you know, after experiencing those irritating stares, I went up to try out the machines. I was curious. I felt like trying out some new stuff. That's the point of going to the gym. So as I was trying out the machines, this big, hunky man with a squarish jaw came and approached me. And back then, my body was so small. I was still scrawny. I was probably looking like static. And back then, I was praying the Lord's Prayer. Please don't kill yourself. I was praying that he will just walk by. But apparently this guy stopped me. And he said, are you new here? And I was too surprised and too shocked to do anything. So I was just giving him a silent, submissive nod. And then he said, like, my name is Frankie. I'm a personal trainer. And for your information, he really looks like a Frankenstein. And he introduced himself and he offered me a personal training sessions with him, which I later agreed. So after that awkward moments, you know, I decided, hey, this is just the beginning, you know, how weird can this get, right? So I decided to move on. I go to the third floor where they have all these free weights machines. It's for your information, that's where all the bench press, the pull-up bar, and everything. Yeah, for the dumbbells. And when I go to the third floor, I see this poster of personal trainer of the month. And for a moment, you know, I thought it was the Wonder List because all of the personal trainers look like Mas Lamat on steroids. They've been pushing like every tattoos and everything, and it looks scary. And then as I try out the machines, you know, I was looking at all these people. I was observing, and I cannot help but laugh because, you know, people can look so cool before they go to the gym, but when they go lifting weights, they go like, doing weird faces like that. And how can you lift weights like that? And for your information, I never really lift weights like that. That's right. And after my workout, I decided that like, okay, let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. So can I ask what happened? Okay. Yeah. After that, I went to the shower room and changed. And as I was going to walk out from the gym, one of the sales members came and approached me. He said, "Why don't let's talk? Let's just talk." Back then I was too naive to understand that talk actually means he tried to sell some gym membership to me, and I don't know anything about this. I followed him. So after 15 minutes of intense argument and death stares and counter arguments, I was confident that I will walk out of the gym as a free man, not as a member. That was until I felt a sudden jolt in my chair. And as I turned, it was a personal trainer. It was a big, muscular personal trainer. Can you imagine how I felt? Me being very scrawny and thin, facing a salesman who is trying to con my pocket money. And at my back was this muscular Frankenstein who is about to punch me if I don't join the membership. So I decided that I value my life. After 3 minutes, I am officially a member in California Fitness. And that's how I joined California Fitness. After I think through all these things, I was thinking like, hey, it was not so bad. Just experiences, it's quite fantastic. When else can you see a place so motivating like that? But that is until a question popped into my head. That question is, how do you think a gym sounds like when you turn off all the lights? Think about it again. Back to you, Toastmaster.